I see you in chat. 1 second. I'm finishing a bowl of cereal. So take this time to get comfy and settle in if you haven't already. One sec. I hate having sensitive cold teeth. If I could change one thing about myself, it would probably be that. Unironically. That's what I'm saying. Cold teeth make me sad too. Especially since my teeth are so bad. You know how they get. Alright. All done. Sorry for the little slow opening, but we're ready to go. Now that I think about it, this is probably the latest in the evening I've ever had, or I guess the morning that I've had to say this, but hey everybody, it's Tristan T, and welcome to part 9 of Forza Horizon 4. Last time, we began another spree of seasonal challenges for winter, getting done with the photo challenge, going through a couple of PR stunts, and beginning the first weekly Forzathon challenge that we've done. Yeah, part 9, can you believe it? We are on part 9 already. Pretty crazy. This time, we're going to finish the Forzathon challenge with the Toyota Supra, and we're also going to hit up another one of these seasonal event races. Specifically this one, Slip, Slide, and Saloons, which we didn't have enough time to get to last time. And if we have some leftover time, I'd like to check out the Barn Find. Well, we actually have 2 on the map, so we'll have to pick between them. For the car of the day in this episode, I actually have a specific one that I want to grab. But first, I want to check the Forzathon shop and see what we're looking at here. Okay. Pretty terrible shop this week, so I'm not too worried about that. But there's a specific car that I want to go ahead and grab from the auto show, and it is right up here in the front. I really like the color that this comes in, so we're going to go ahead and keep it. And for 170,000 credits, we are going to buy the 2017 Acura NSX. This is a personal favorite car of mine in Forza. I like this car a lot, and it's one that caught my attention very early on because right when you pull up the auto show, it is the first S1 car that pops up, and as a starting player, you just see it's relatively fast, and since it's the first one in line, you just buy it. I did that very same thing, and this red beauty has become a personal favorite car of mine. I haven't modded on my personal account, but we're not going to take any time to do that because it's just nice to have this car. Actually, to tell you the total truth, we're not even going to be driving it much in this episode, but regardless, it's the car of the day. I want to put a little bit of a spotlight on it, so let's hit the road in it and get things started. Nice engine, too. My sound is way too loud. 1 second. Whew. Just fix that. There we go. A little tidbit about Acura before we begin. Where are we heading here? Where's that seasonal race? It's down here. A little small tidbit about Acura. Acura is a Japanese-owned division of Honda. They're actually directly connected, so almost all Acuras are made in Japan. Acura is completely a luxury manufacturer, which means they only make these kinds of supercars like the NSX. There's a fast travel board back here we're going to swing around and get real quick. But it's pretty cool because it's interesting to see a majorly North American brand also own another brand based off of a different country. It's pretty interesting. On the note of Japan, I would just like to say, if we do end up getting a Forza Horizon 6 this year, being that it is every 3 years like traditional, I would love to see one in Japan. The pretty bright light streets of Japan have always been one of my go-to favorite locations when I think of where I would want to see a Forza game. I instantly go to that Tokyo Drift kind of style, and I think that Forza could absolutely nail that if executed correctly. Gonna go ahead and grab this 3000 influence board down here. We're making great progress on the boards, which I think I mentioned in the last episode. We broke a ton of influence boards last episode. We're at 76 out of 200. We're nearing halfway. Oh, and we just hit level 40, which means, as you can see in the top left, we've upgraded to the green bracelet. It's kind of crazy to think that we're already at level 40, but it just goes to show how well we're doing in this Let's Play. I touched on that a little bit in the last episode, how I was kind of impressed with our progress and how in just 8 episodes, now 9, we've gotten so far into the game. We're just that good, you know? We're going to do a little bit of cutting through the snow. Head up here to this road that should look very familiar, considering we spent most of the last episodes on it. So the bracelets are little colors just to signify our level. Every 10 levels, the bracelet goes up to a different color, and our goal is to get to the golden bracelet, which you get at level 150. You get a bronze bracelet at level 100, silver at level 125, and then the ultimate gold bracelet at 150. It's going to take a while, and it's going to be difficult, but it's always worth it. It's kind of the sign that you've done everything in the game. But other than bronze, silver, and gold, the rest of the bracelet colors don't mean anything. They're mostly just for looks. Oh, I forgot this is a seasonal championship, so... We did one of these before. Oh.
She's a vlogger who's dying to meet you.
Ooh.
Her channel has a few 100,000 subscribers and she's covering the festival. Wants to reenact famous drives from video games, which sounds pretty cool to me.
This is an awesome story that I want to get to eventually. This one here is called La Racer at Horizon, and it is actually based off of a real-life Forza YouTuber, namely from Britain. So to memorize them, they put a story in the game, and it's based off of some of the best video game driving moments, as Joel just mentioned there. So we'll get to that story in a bit. Also, I just realized we have not done a stunt driver story in 2 episodes. So we're only at 6 out of 10 when we should be at 8 out of 10. So we're a little bit behind. We'll have to do some picking up on that. We'll get to one hopefully before this episode ends, but if not, oh well. We're just busy. Oh yeah. So, for this seasonal championship, we need a A-tier Super Saloon. The Super Saloon is a very interesting car class, and it's very limited. I doubt we have a Super Saloon, but we might. We have a couple. Okay. So, Super Saloon sounds a little bit strange whenever you hear it, you know? Calling a car a saloon is kind of weird, you know? The definition of a saloon car is a car with a closed body and a boot that is separate from the passenger compartment. Typically, saloons are kind of, you know, boxy and strange. And if you wonder why they're called saloons, it's because it's the British term for sedan. So any type of 4-door car with the boot hinged to the back window that we would call a sedan, or like even like a mom car, you know, like a soccer mom car, they're called saloons in Britain. It's a bit of a different word, you know. We have 3 of them here, and luckily this Mercedes-Benz is already exactly at the level we need to be, and it's got a pretty solid speed, so we'll make it the one to take on. We need to increase our difficulty to expert in order to do this. Okay. Expert might be a little bit challenging because I usually play on highly skilled and not quite expert, but we'll try.
Ready to take on this winter championship? What am I saying? Of course you are.
Oh, this is a... Wow, this is a very different championship. You need to be on expert, and there's 4 races instead of 3. Okay. If you remember, we did one of these with dirt racing, I believe, a couple episodes back. So this should be familiar territory. Alright, let's begin with the Asmore Heritage Circuit. Gonna grab this starting picture for the Horizon promo. If you remember, we're looking to take pictures of as many cars in Forza as we can to get some rewards. And like I said, look at that. We got a ton of cars there. It's easy to do it at the beginning of races. Get tons of them for free. Alright, I'm a little bit worried, admittedly, because of the fact this is an expert race, but I'll try my best. Just to give a little bit of a relay on this car we're driving as it's making its debut, this is the 2018 Mercedes-Benz AMG Black Series. I'm not totally sure what Black Series signifies or means exactly. I think it's just a different design to the car. But the Mercedes-Benz AMG is probably the most popular Mercedes-Benz car in Forza. It's very commonly found. It's driven by a lot of racers. So, and its traction is admittedly terrible. As you can see, the expert racers are a little tougher to catch up with, as they're a lot more dignified behind the wheel, but we're going to put the foot to the pedal here on this straightaway and try to see if we can get a rebound off of myself. Not quite a rebound, but we got to pass. Okay. We're hanging on here. This is a 3-lap circuit, so we've got time to catch up. And if we don't quite catch up, we just need to place first overall. We have a good breakaway opportunity here. Nice. Broke through those. And, ooh, fast around that turn. Oh well, that's okay. Not going to rewind there because we have room for improvement. Nice slide there. Yeah, I'm bad at that turn. It's okay, though. Gonna look to try to take this tighter here. Get a nice breakaway. We're gonna go for a rebound up on these guys. Big success. Nice. We broke the whole way into second on that. This guy in first is in a Porsche. I believe it may be the Cayman, but I'm not quite sure. Oh, he slowed down a lot on that turn. Oh, I put a lot into that turn. It's okay. We're keeping first. Nice. We're breaking away. Yeah, so the people we're racing against are all bots, but the way Forza does bots is by putting actual player names above their name. And an interesting thing about the bots in this game is that they're built off of and based off of the driving style of other players. So in Forza, it is as close as you can get to racing against actual people, even though they're just bots. Another cool thing about the bots is not only are they based on other people's driving styles, but they only use cars that are owned by the name given to them. So, like, with the bot that is named Tristan1814, which is the name of my main account, it will only drive cars that I own on that account, which is really cool. I like that they put that much realism into the AI system. They have some of the best bots in any game I've ever played. First place secured. We cut it a little close a couple times, and we did great. I know, it's pretty impressive technology. I actually couldn't tell you how they do it. First place secured in race number 1. Looking good. We unlocked the super wheel spin for leveling up in the road racing series. We're level 6.
Would you like to look at some race data, check your metrics? Or would you prefer to push straight into round 6? I thought so.
So I'm sure you're starting to notice the cycle, but it's basically play a type of race, get experience points, level up, unlock more. We just made it to level 6, so we got some level 6 races on the map. Let's go ahead and tag where we're heading next here. We'll head to this one because it's relatively close. The Moorhead Wind Farm Circuit. We'll switch to another car to head there. Let's go with, what car should we use? I'm asking chat. Lauren, do you have any specific car that you'd like to see me use? Got the Zagato, Audi R8, we've got the Mono, we've got the Cadillac, we got that Dodge Charger we started with, Ford Escort, our little police car, the Imp, got the Trail Cat, we got the Wrangler, the Koenigsegg, the Lamborghini. An olive green one. Do I have an olive green car? I don't know that I do. I have this, but it's D class. I don't really want to use that. It'll be way too slow. Can we do neon green? Because the olive green cars that I have are both D tier. But we could use the Trail Cat because it's neon green. No, dang. We might have to pick it anyway. Because there's no olive green we could go with. Red then? Okay, okay, we can go red. We can go red. We have the Acura. We could use the Audi. Let's go. We could use the McLaren Senna. Does the Baja Bug count as red? This is like a darkish hint of red, right? It looks red to me. Sure? Alright, let's do it. I love the old Baja Bug, and we haven't pulled this thing out in a little while, so let's do it. This is more like a reddish orange, but we're taking it, okay? It wins. We're back in Mud Kickers Park, which we introduced in the last episode. I just got an achievement for getting 40 air skills in an off-road buggy. That's pretty cool. There's an influence board back here. Oh, it's a 5,000. Okay, we won't spend time on that then. We've got a championship to get done, and I want to get it done. Since it's an extra long one as well. Just a quick reminder that on Monday, the Streams for Lauren video is still coming out. The big update video you're not going to want to miss. It's coming out on YouTube at 8 p.m. Monday night. We're still on schedule for it. If anything changes by tomorrow or Monday, I will let you know.
Back listening to Pulse with Amy, and I've been following the road racing series this season. I definitely have, not just because there's not much else to do here in the booth, but because our drivers here at Horizon UK are some of the best
All right.
we've ever had.
It's time for
And the
race
level
number
of
2.
competition is only
Hi, Amy.
better. Round 6 is coming up. Best of luck to all of you. We'll be watching.
All right, here we go. Race number 2. Picture time. Click. Oh, we only got one. We've taken 40 car picks now. Oh, we got one. Never mind. Here we go. All right, let's race. Another lap circuit here. We're at Moorhead Wind Farm, a place that I've praised many a time on the series. Thank goodness we're on an actual road this time that isn't swamped with snow. As you can see, when you give the AMG some actual room to breathe on the road, it is nice. All right. We're back on a snowier road here. Took that turn nice there. Okay, the laps are much shorter on this race, so we're not going to have nearly as much room for a mistake as we did on the last race. So, going to have to be extra careful here. Trailing by this guy. There's a big old wind turbine there on the right. Alright, we might have a good chance of overtaking here. This guy's taking this turn tight. Hello. A little bit of air there. Hey, Skyrise, can you get out of my way? Okay. This guy's driving aggressive. I'm going to have to fight back a little. It's this guy up here in first in the white. Nice. Good turn there. I am glad you're excited about the S4L update video, by the way. I am so excited for you to see the teaser for what we have coming after Season 1 of FH4. Oh, man. You are going to flip out. It's going to be crazy. Like I don't know if I mentioned this, but it is going to be a pretty long video, just so you know. I think the final runtime is like 18 to 19 minutes. But it's going to be worth it, trust me. We need to go for a rebound here. That was poor. That was a bad rebound, sadly. Now this guy has the advantage here. Oh, look at that cut around. Nice. That was really good. Okay. We just got to stay focused. Keep a hold of this lead. And we should be okay. My lines are looking pretty good. I say that, and then I bump the wall. Nice. And it is looking like another first place victory. Guess who else would? Boom! There we go. 2 out of 4. Oh, we got a wheel spin. Let's see what we get here. A ballet emote. Okay, game. Alright. Next up, we are heading to the Meadows Sprint. Finally, not a freaking lap race. I do really like this Mercedes, actually. It's quite the nice car. I also really like the sound of the engine. Fast travel board! What's up, man? Gonna fly through you. Boop. However, whenever you see names like the robots would have, and we're in the open world, like out of a race, those are real people. They're not always bots. Just a little thing to keep in mind. I know we're getting older. That's not on my mind. Like my boy Sebastian over there. He's real. He's playing in real time. 261 roads driven. I think it's some real progress. All right. Race number 3, the Meadows Sprint. By the way, the name Slip Slidin' Saloons might be one of my favorite names for a circuit I've ever done. That's that name is just too good to be true. All right. Winner takes all in this one. Is there any cars that we need in this? I guess not. We got a late night snowstorm brewing for this one. Pretty crazy. If we can get first in this race, we are guaranteed first place overall, which is nice. So we're really looking for that top win again in this race here. We're heading along the beach, despite the fact that it's probably like 30 degrees in Horizon right now. Over here on the left. You'll see the Bamberg Castle on the left as well there. Hello, sir. I'm going to need to get past you, please. Trade a little bit of paint before we do. Alright, looking good so far. Oh, that was a clean takeover on that turn. Man. I've got it tonight. I'm driving good. This is good. Excuse me, Caden. We're heading for first here. That's a friend of mine, actually. Let's This guy up in first is having some really good lines. Which, whenever I say that, by the way, I mean that he's just taking turns really well, and he's got a lot of good momentum. The term lines is kind of like just representative of where the driver's racing for a specific lap. He might have this one. I don't know if we're going to get enough momentum to get past him here in such a small amount of time. He's got us beat, I think. Oh, come on. Come on! Ah, we were a bit short, but we can take second. Man. Ah, he was in an Audi. They might have just had a little bit better acceleration and speed than us, but we could take second place. I like the golden fit. I respect the mustache as well. Alright. One final race to end off the circuit. The Hollywood Park Circuit. So now that we're in second with that last race, we're set behind a little bit. We're going to need a first or second place victory here to secure this, but... see if we can squeeze through. Woo, that was cool. Nice. All right, and here we are. Hollywood Park Circuit. This is the one. We got this. All right. One final race. Snowstorming yet again. We're back to the laps, but we've had better luck with the laps, so maybe that's what we need. This guy in this ugly Lexus in front of us needs to get out of my way. Don't know what those guys were braking for there in those turns. Pretty easy to fly through those. Sir, can you... not, please. We're going to use you as a rebound. There we go. Nice. That was a good rebound. Okay. Again, if you have any questions with, like, the terms that I use or anything, please let me know. I tend to just kind of speak my lingo and assume you know what I'm saying, so... This is a pretty nice circuit. I must admit, I like this circuit quite a lot. I remember this race. I've done it a few times. We're kind of racing around Arthur's Peak right now, which is the big mountain. Oh, actually, there it is, right there on the right, I believe. Yep, because there's the path to go up it, so that's definitely it. I got too distracted looking at the pretty surroundings and drove pretty sloppy on those turns, but regardless. That guy in first is the one that got first last race. We need to make sure we beat this guy, or we might be in trouble for the final standings. But our car has the pure speed. That 8.1 speed number is showing itself up here. Out of the way, buddy. Whew. For being an A-tier car, this thing has some kick to it. First place by the start of the second lap is great. I might have to make expert my normal difficulty after this. Like I said, I usually play on highly skilled, which is a little bit below this, but I guess I'm expert level. Because I'm doing pretty well. Get a little bit of cockpit view here. It's a bit rough to see, as you can see, through the snowy windshield, but just thought I'd show it off for a second. I don't know how some people only race in the cockpit view, though. It's kind of like GTA in a way, where a lot of people will tend to favor the first-person modes. Some people don't like the fact that GTA 5 is only a third-person game, typically, so they'll just only play in first-person, but I don't know how people can do that. I think there's a couple of reasons why I like the third-person view in Forza more. And it comes down to like two main things. One, I'm just better at it. I can see my surroundings compared to being cramped through the windshield, so naturally I'll just know, you know, the people around me more and what's going on in the race a little bit more, but I still like to hop into the front seat every once in a while. The other thing is I like the cars. I just like looking at my car and seeing it in action. There's something so cool about it. Also, you get a lot louder car sounds whenever you're outside of the vehicle compared to the front row view, which I like a lot. I like to hear the engine, especially on things like the AMG that have clean engines. We're faring pretty well for ourselves here. We've got a pretty sizable lead. So we're just gonna lock this one in and look to gain the victory here. Nice slide. There we go. And there we go. One last epic straightaway to get some speed. And we are taking home the crown in this 4-race series. I love sliding across the line. And we've done it. Look at that, we won by a good 4 seconds too. First place overall is ours. And we get a special reward for it. A wheel spin. And some money. And some more money. Ooh! Speaking of the Porsche Cayman.
Round 7 of the Horizon Road Racing Series. I've been looking at your race data and I'm not surprised by this at all. Keep it up.
Funny that I bring up the Cayman and we unlock it. Alright. Let me just take a quick peek at this here. And there we go. Wait, what is this? Oh! You can go back and look at every Forza Horizon series that's ever happened. That's really cool that you can go back and look at the rewards and stuff from the whole way back to March of 2019. The game had only been out for about a year. What number of series is this now? Oh, man. 73. Oh, I'm getting old. Oh, gosh. For completing that seasonal championship, we got a bit of a special reward. A car that I've got a lot to say about. The 2015 Porsche Cayman GTS. Before we hop into this thing, do we have any more? Nope. Let's hit up these wheel spins we've got quickly. The Beetle, yes! The Volkswagen Beetle, awesome pull. We'll definitely have to get to that one soon. Oh, that's sweet. And we've got 2 wheel spins, some standard ones to go through. Red Chinos. And a Galaxy Blazer. Okay. Alright. Before we wrap up this episode, I know we didn't get a ton done this time around. It's a pretty short one since we're recording later in the evening. I do want to take a little bit of a drive and go find this winter barn find. We only have so much time since it's only going to be winter for a little while, but let's take our good friend, the Jeep Wrangler. We got to get across the map and we got to do it fast, so what better car to do it in? Alright, there's our destination. Let's head to the frozen lake. It's kind of weird to think about next time that I record for Forza. We're going to be in the double-digit numbers. Am I the only one that thinks that's kind of strange? I don't know why. We've only been doing this for... oh man, I don't even know how long. It feels like we haven't been doing it long at all, but... maybe we've been doing this for a while and I just haven't realized it. It has been so nice to play this game from front to back again, though. Once you get so far in the game and you've got all the cars collected and stuff, there's not a lot to do. I really fell out of playing Forza as often as I used to because of the fact that I just felt like I had everything, you know? But this has given me a whole new experience to be able to come back and do it all again. And it's nice. It's almost like a nostalgic flashback as much as it is a fun game. Because like I said, this was a game that was very big and important to me during the COVID era. So I have, strangely, a lot of nostalgia for this game. I probably shouldn't have nostalgia for COVID-19 since that only happened 4 years ago. But, you know, we're graduating next week. Crazy thought. But it has been a cool trip back in time to play this, and it's also given me a bit of perspective. I would love to get the older crew that I used to play Forza with a lot on this channel to do a video for you sometime. I think that would be so much fun. I think I've mentioned that idea before, but regardless, just wanted to reiterate it. And I also want to reiterate a thank you to you for enjoying it as much as you have. For being so supportive and kind of the series as a whole. I'm glad that you're loving the Let's Plays, because I certainly am too, trust me. I think we've racked up a fair amount of skill points. Oh yeah, 53, so let's put some skills to the Jeep Wrangler. This is what I was waiting for. We've got Daily Driver, Head Turner, which gives us a permanent 5% increase in event influence, Pass Master, which boosts our pass scores, and Extra Life. This is the most important skill point in the entire game, so it's good that we have it. We found a new player house up here in the Huntsman's Lodge. We'll get a little bit more into that come another episode. Which, am I lost? I think I'm lost. Okay, found it.
Warm, good, cold. So I usually struggle in winter, but this kind of snow, light, pretty, catch on your eyelashes snow, this is alright. I mean, I might even try going out in it later. Stay tuned for that and much more of this.
Thank you, Amy. And welcome back to the frozen Derwent water. It's nice to be back out here again, isn't it? It's been quite some time. A barn find out here is obviously not just going to be sitting in the middle of the lake. So I want to guess it's on this island somewhere. Oh, that is it right there. Wow, that might have just been the easiest barn find we've ever had.
Found it. Okay, I'll come across the frozen lake to you. If I'm not there in 10 minutes, send the divers.
Oh,
Look at that.
look
The
familiar?
roof must have come down in the snow. Good thing it's a Range Rover. These things are invincible. Tell you what, if we get this fixed up before the winter's out, there's a lot of fun to be had.
We got another Range Rover.
Now I have to figure out how to get it back to the garage. I do like a challenge.
If Range Rover sounds familiar, it's because it's the big camo, blocky vehicle that we used a lot in last episode. But regardless, this one was a relatively short one, as it just cracked under an hour, but I thank you for coming along on this adventure. We didn't end up getting to the Supra series tonight and finishing up that challenge, but we've got more Forza to come, so stay tuned. Next time on Forza Horizon 4, we'll grab this other barn find that we've found here and pick up a little bit more on some other types of racing. Specifically, we might get into some dirt racing. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the first double-digit Forza Horizon 4 episode. We'll hit these 2 wheel spins real quick before we exit. Crappy car. A little bit of cash. Alright. See you next time. Thanks for watching.